Technology has been a big influence in the way I cook. I started working in kitchens. I started as a stage at WD-50 where the kitchen is all based about technology, but also about food. But thinking about how technology can improve texture, ideas, and actually implement those dreams into reality in terms of our food. Here for today, like the cocktail, it wouldn't be possible without Vitamix itself because it's such a strong blender in a sense that we're pureeing food, we're taking fibrous foods, breaking them down into smoother components. So technology in a way of just thinking about what was possible back then and what's possible now has been very influential in terms of how we're using it in the kitchen. From making sauces to making gels to even cooking it in the Vitamix, because the Vitamix itself has such a fast motor and blade that sometimes we can even make custards in the Vitamix. Upstairs we're doing a vegan cheese in the Vitamix. So it's a powerful tool, and I think nowadays in the kitchen, a Vitamix is part of every kitchen tool. The texture itself, the Vitamix has various settings. So here the settings in terms of just chopping. We can use a lower setting to get the chopping and blitzing of various like mushrooms or vegetables. In other ways, you can speed it up and make it into a puree that just takes fibrous cabbage leaves that we used last week and made a puree out of it. Just breaking down the fibrous components of the cabbage and then passing it through a sieve and just getting the extract from it, and then making a reduction so that reductions of cabbage makes it a little bit stronger and more pungent in that sense. I think technology plays several roles in terms of in the kitchen. I think having tools like Vitamix and other brands at our hand allows us to confidently achieve our ideas and concepts, knowing the attributes it can add on in a sense of a flash motor blade, grinding spices, cooking. In terms of technology, how we're growing food, we have innovative technologies nowadays in terms of just how we're incubating herbs. And how we're connecting people and getting that message across. So I think technology is going to play a vital role in all aspects of the industry, from in the kitchen to the marketing to just how we're eating and how we're growing things. One thing about us is, as cooks, I grew up in the kitchen. I worked in corporate for several years. One thing I've brought me back to cooking and food was that I wanted to work with people. I wanted to put a smile to people's faces, and through whether it's experienced by the food or just by the service itself. So it was very important for me in terms of cooking and achieving a happiness for people, whether it's just momentarily or a long-lasting impression or memory that we create. In terms of what cooking means to me is also about seeing food not go to waste, because I'm very avid about that. As a catering company, one thing that we all are guilty of is that we have a lot of food excess. So pairing with companies or ourselves and taking initiatives to zero waste is very, very important to us at Bonbite. To myself, we're very passionate about it. How we can take excess food scraps, pureeing it, making soups, and feeding the hungry. I think we have the ability to do that, and with technology nowadays and the means of communication, I think we're able to just reduce how much we're putting out as excess waste, and also at the same time do something good by feeding people that are in need. What inspires me to cook? I think at the end of the day, just the communal aspect of it, being on the table, eating with people, sharing experiences. The funny thing about cooking, or the great thing about cooking, I should say, is that no matter what background we're from, that's one thing we all share. We all need food. We all understand food. We could sit at a table with 10 different people, speaking 10 different languages, and one thing we know is that if good food tastes good, we're all happy about it, and it's just conversating through conversations that are created through that, and just relationships. End of the day, if anything, what food does to us is it feeds us, it keeps us satiated, but at the same time, it also brings us together.